I'm Kenny Edwards, and this is my video portfolio. I've done plenty of projects that I'm proud of over the years, but I chose to feature two that I think particularly show my creativity, diverse abilities, and potential to improve with your program. The first project was an English assignment, where we were challenged to create a visual adaptation of a short story. The project could have been as simple as a slideshow, but I proposed that my group turn the short story Soldier's Home by Ernest Hemingway into a 22-minute short film. We added several characters and scenes in a way that I think added to the story without detracting anything from the original. I was the lead writer and the director of the movie, and I think that it was a great experience that led to many other projects. The film is set during and after World War II, so the biggest challenge was probably clothing. I did a lot of research on uniforms, insignia, and weapons for the battle scene at the start of the movie, and used our school's digital printer to create badges that I could attach onto jackets from Goodwill and surplus stores, making the most accurate costumes that I could with a very limited budget. There were many other challenges, such as set design, cold weather, and a very small cast, but I think it turned out amazing. Here's the trailer.
It's changed a lot here.
I don't think so.
What do you... The things people do and have?
I think it's just us that have changed.
We fear you've lost your ambition, that you've got no aim in life. Don't you love your mother, dear boy?
I don't love anyone. I don't want to talk about the war, but at the same time I do. I don't get it either.
I think I might. Nobody who was there wants to relive those experiences, but they all want them to be acknowledged, I guess. I hate hearing about the war. I don't like to think about it.
I like it. Look at the maps and the people other than us. It makes me feel like I'm a part of something bigger, you know?
That makes sense.
Soldier's Home is the story of a young man who returns home from war and finds it very difficult to adapt to his normal life. My favorite scene takes place in a bar, when he tries to paint a glorious picture of the horrible things that he saw and did.
Say cheese.
Good game.
You too.
I haven't lost like that in years. One more game?
No, I'm done.
Hey,
Hi.
I haven't seen you here before.
I just got home.
From the...
Yep.
Oh.
You never told me that.
Well, it's not something I like to talk about.
No one does. It's just a bunch of horror stories.
No, it's just...
Anyways, can I buy you a drink, babe?
I got the Medal of Honor.
Well, that's a new story.
Yeah, it is. So there's this small town in France called Nadine.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, what do you mean?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. Sorry,
You do not have the Medal of Honor.
it was just a story.
Yeah, they thought it was true.
It was.
Yeah, but it didn't happen to you.
It's harmless.
Do you remember who told us that story? Do you?
It was David.
It was David Johnson. Do you remember what happened to him? He was killed in Bastogne, shot through the head. He's not coming home, Harold. He was awarded the medal, not you. It's not your story, and pretending it was an insult to his memory. He was a good man, and he did not die so you could hook up with a random girl in the bar.
It was a story.
Go home, Krebs.
Soldier's Home is currently nominated for an award at the Wasaga Beach Short Film Festival, an amateur video contest I have entered for the last 3 years and won awards in categories such as music video, documentary, and commercial. Other awards that I've won include a first prize at our regional Skills Ontario competition, where we were challenged to create an ad for an apple. Start with nothing. Across the country to find the freshest, best tasting, and most organic products. Buy samples. Test it. Design a logo. Design another. And another. Perfect. Establish target audience. Who will benefit from your marketing? No, no, yes. Me? What's an apple? Exactly. Find out what your target audience likes. Add your product. Print ads. Film a groundbreaking commercial. Consult the accountants.
Really? All this? They're just apples.
Kick out the accountants. Because these aren't just apples. These are the best fruits you will ever eat. My second piece is another English class project. This time, we had to make a presentation about the context of a book we read. I read Last of the Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper, so my presentation was about the French and Indian War. Again, the presentation could have been as simple as a slideshow, but I took the opportunity to enlist some friends and make a documentary film. The costumes were again a large challenge, but after extensive research, I was able to create uniforms out of old jackets with buttons and felt details sewn on. The muskets are props built from scratch using wood, electrical conduit, PVC paint, and wood stain. I think I improved a lot between Soldier's Home and this project, in areas such as organization, audio recording, and use of equipment like tripods. The video is 11 minutes long and covers all areas of the war, but here's a clip from the climax, showing the famous Battle of the Plains of Abraham. On the night of September 13th, 1759, the British crossed the St. Lawrence and climbed the cliffs outside the city. By morning, nearly 4,000 men have assembled on an abandoned farmer's field, named the Plains of Abraham. James Wolfe surveys the ground and waits for the French. He knows that this battle will decide the fate of Canada. Montcalm is taken by surprise and scrambles 5,000 men, forming a disorganized line. At 8 o'clock, the battle begins. The French advance within range and fire a ragged volley. The highly disciplined British troops are unfazed. The French resume their advance, becoming more disordered with every step. When they are finally within 40 meters of the British, Wolfe prepares to fire. The volley is devastating, and when the British advance with bayonets, the French line collapses in confusion. The surviving French soldiers retreat back to Quebec, and the British are victorious. The battle lasts only 15 minutes, but over 1,300 men are killed, including both generals. Wolfe lives only long enough to hear of his victory.
Then God be praised, I shall die in peace.
Montcalm will die the next day, happy he will not live to see the British enter the city. On September 18th, the French retreat to Montreal and the British take control of Quebec. That winter, the French will try to retake the city, but will be forced to retreat due to lack of supplies. By the summer of 1760, the British have arrived in Montreal. On September 7th, Captain Bougainville meets with British General Geoffrey Amherst. Bougainville wants to negotiate a treaty that would allow the French to keep Montreal, but Amherst escorts him out of the office, saying,
"I have come for Canada, and I will accept nothing less."
Broken-hearted, Bougainville returns to the French lines and prepares for surrender.
I ordered the men to burn their colors, to save them the embarrassment of handing them over to the enemy.
The next day, the British will take control of Montreal. Fireworks light up the sky of Boston and New York. New France has fallen, and Britain and their colonies are victorious. I hope you enjoyed these examples of my work and saw potential to learn and improve under your program. If you're interested in anything else I've done, from music videos to stop motion animation, it can all be found on my YouTube channel SnowDay Productions 1. Thank you for your consideration, and I look forward to hearing from you.